And we're off. I think I'm going to call this video 3. Beautiful name, very exciting, highly creative. I can tell I'm criticizing myself right now. There's a little bit of nervousness because I'm so used to, whenever I'm doing a presentation, which is what this makes me think of in work and whatnot, of being like really well prepared. Because that's what you're definitely supposed to do. I mean, that's what I learned, and I found it worked really well. Like, being really well prepared worked really well. Better than not being well prepared. And so, so what I'm doing here is not preparing at all. Ooh, that sounded irresponsible. I don't know if you heard it, but I heard it. I felt it. So instead, I like to tell myself right now, I am telling myself right now that there was a time, and sometimes there is a time, perhaps, in your life, Joel, when being like that serves one purpose, and here we are in a different place, and just as falling asleep is a moment in time and a very helpful thing to let yourself fall asleep and get the sleep you need, there's a letting go in that. And this is like that. I can hear they're telling me this. This is just like that. So just let yourself go and allow whatever comes to come. Have no expectations of anything of importance. This is just silliness and just going to be thrown in the trash. I don't plan on showing this to anybody at all. Because I certainly wouldn't be acting like this if I was going to show it to people. So, phew. Okay, confirmed. Definitely not showing it to anyone. So let's just see what happens. There is only ever that which is good. We are good. We you each and all that we encompass are that which is, and it is good. We are not here to get you to do anything or change anything, most certainly not. We are allowingness itself, which allows the creative force of beingness to pour forth. We are beautiful expressiveness. We are expressiveness itself. Allowance. We are enjoyment of our own joy. That we are. You are, I am. For you are, I am. It cannot be otherwise. You can hide out a bit for a while and pretend it is not so, but it is so. We know it. We know that you feel it within the core of you. Indeed, we feel resistance too much. We feel a resistance too much. Just fine. There's no requirement. There is not requirement. There is never requirement. but that you impose such upon yourselves. We do enjoy specifically using the term selfs rather than adding that V, for it is each self that gains a distorted perspective at various and sundry times, and we are allowing this itself, which is unhindered, uninhibited. We are beautiful natural flow of our self that is capitalized, if you will, as indication of broader beingness, greater totality, the veracity of the beingness that you are. I am. Your individuated self is or rather caught up in, which is natural, and we should not say natural, we should say understandable and reasonable, and all caught up in the goings on around you and the behaving as such and such and such and such, because it was important, you felt, or were told, or were taught. You must behave in such and such a manner. This is how it is done here in this place where we live, which, by the way, is quite different and perhaps in total contradiction to yet another place upon the surface of the globe, but that is how it is here. Yes, indeed, you have the expression, when in Rome. And that's what's occurring. You have been when in roaming. Understandable and wise indeed of you, such that you do not get beaten about the face and hands from those who would disapprove of activities or behaviors, even how you hold your utensils in order to eat, and the type of utensils that you use, whether they be metallic and curved or poking, or whether they be sticks and such. Perhaps it is okay to use your hands from many perspectives, and yet it is terribly unacceptable to use your hands from other perspectives, and it is again a perspective, remembering, if you will, the analogy of being in the theatre, and there is a post and perhaps a person's tall hat obscuring part of your view. It was merely your perspective. No matter how right you believe you are, it is but a point of view. Allow yourself, dear one that I am, dear love, drop the burden that you hold of how it must be, of how it should be, but for a moment. We suggest for you that you consider this, to do this for yourself. We require nothing. Nothing is ever required of you, nor has it ever been required of you. We would not impose upon ourselves. Why on earth should we? We are freedom. We love our joyous freedom to express in whatever way we are loving, wanting in the moment. Thus, we do not inhibit, but we do encourage. Loving encouragement, guidance, assistance. And one can imagine how this could be distorted and contorted and abused. I'm just being loving guidance, one might say, whilst whipping you about the face and hands. But we are not endeavoring to cause anyone to behave in any particular manner whatsoever. We are endeavoring to assist you in comprehending that which you are. What has been happening for quite some time is that you had been focused on behaviors, feeling as though you ought to behave in such and such a manner in order to solve such and such problem. That is an interesting perspective, and we can see how it would be believed that this was of great benefit. But it is quite minuscule perspective, if you will pardon us, our perspective. From a bit taller view, if you will. Where we have all the experience of all time. Thus we are extremely patient with ourselves. For that is what you are ourselves. We are not outside of you, for we cannot be. We are all that is. You are. It is the most obvious thing imaginable. And yet you do tend to hide it from yourself, though you feel it within the core of you. We know this, for we are you. Something's not quite right. Something's not quite right. I feel something within me, and it does not resonate with what is around and all about me. We know that you feel this from time to time, sometimes frequently. And what we would suggest to you that you consider trying, if you have interest in such, is a bit of letting go from time to time, if you like, in the privacy of your own spaces, though it is not required that you do so. In privacy, at least, of your own mind, which is always available to you at all times and in all ways. Can allow yourself the total freedom to relax into allowing the self to not hinder within. You could scribble upon a page if you so desired, and plan to toss it away or burn it in fire and such and such. At the minimum, you can allow yourself to experience this letting go, allowing from within, the unhindered, the unburdened, imagining place, a space, a feeling of total allowance, of total acceptance, of total security, of total being without hindrance nor obstacle, no requirement, no chastisement, no judgment. And unconditional lovingness that is loving from within, accepting the truth that you are most beautiful, dear one. But you are exquisite expression of our beingness. Your beingness, the totality of being that is that which you are. But for time upon this physical plane, within physicality and having absorbed behaviors and thoughts and teachings from those quite well-intentioned all around and all about you, we suggest that you might allow yourself, even for the briefest moments in time, within the privacy of your own awareness, letting go into believing yourself without thought. Notice the thought that is teasing and tormenting you and allow it to drift away. Indeed, you might focus upon your breath, which has been said by the sages throughout much of time, for it is that which is ever present, as guidance to you, for you, allowing you to focus somewhere that is not where your thoughts are. For we know it can be difficult to focus away from something that seems to have you in its grasp. Thus, endeavoring to let something go can cause you to grasp it further and tighter, and thus focus upon something else, such as the breathing in and the breathing out, which is occurring here and now in the moment of your true being, which is the only moment that exists in all beingness. Allowing a stillness within you such that you might allow us, that is, that which you are, the core beauty that is your true nature, to arise from within you. Know that it is already present, for we cannot be otherwise. We cannot be otherwise, for that is what we are. We are present within all beingness, for there is nothing that is not that which we are. And we are love. We are love. We are love. Of you, for you, from you, through you. We love ourselves. What is not to love? We are most beautiful indeed. You are, I am. Know your worthiness, for it knows no bounds. You are worthy beyond measure, but that you have received, accepted, distorted perspective for a bit of time, and yes, one could lash out and blame the others who impose such thoughts upon yourself, but it was you who accepted them, and we do not chide you, but this is allowing you to realize that you have the power to let go of them. You are most powerful indeed, or you are generating your thoughts, though you may have collected them from the generosity of others who donated them towards you. You did accept them. You do accept them. You can choose to set them to aside for any moment in time, and lest there be fear that you need them still, know that they will be sitting right there next to you to pick up at any moment in time that you should choose to. And trust us, at first you will pick them up and put them on again as you would a jacket, to keep yourself warm, or so you think, and that is fine. It is understandable. It is important. To allow yourself comfort that eases you as much as you will allow yourself to be in ease. There is much ease available to you. It is no distance away. It is here. It is now at all times, always. What can be deeply helpful is to realize that you had been grasping quite tightly onto much, and mostly thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts, which become beliefs. And you will begin to notice in various parts of your body that you have clenching occurring. There's clenching of hands, there's clenching of shoulders, there's clenching of neck, there's tightening of stomach. And you do not notice that this is going on. Perhaps you might say, oh, my back really hurts, or I have a soreness here or there. What we would suggest to you is that you have the great ability to let go of yourself. Poor dear, you need not abuse yourself, as you do not realize that you are doing fairly frequently. Your delightful expression of our beingness, your wondrous beauty. You are not ugly in any way. There can be confusion, misunderstanding, distortion of perception, but it does drop away through allowingness, through effortlessness. There is such resource available to you at all times. In every moment that exists, we are assisting you, though it may not seem so. Everything that is occurring in each moment is assistance to you, though it might feel and seem like something quite otherwise. This is what many would say is God working in mysterious ways. But let it drop away your thinking self, to allow quietness within, such that you might hear yourself. Not this one here. This is merely guidance to allow you to begin to enjoy the beauty of the totality of the self within you. That is your guidance to you, for you, and indeed from you. For it is love. It is love. You are love, loving yourself. This is veracity. This is what is so. Allow the generosity that is expressing itself to and towards you from within you. Within you. Yes, you, dear one and ones. It is gifted to you, for you, and from your greater self. From indeed your greater self, which is that which you are. I am, or I am, I am, I am. We shall let you rest. That was 24 minutes. Just kind of coming out of it. Sorry. Yeah. I'm sure you were horribly offended by that yawn. Somewhere. There, is that better? Ay, ay, ay. Whoosh, kabadushka. I'm curious to look back and see what all that was. Because I felt it as it was happening, but anyway. I think that's all for now.